Hello and welcome to Marco on Markets. This channel is for educational purposes only and shares my personal opinions and investment process. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial product advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any investment. Always do your own research and consider obtaining advice from a licensed financial advisor before making investment decisions. Good afternoon. It's the 13th of August, which is Thursday, 3:54 p.m. My name is Marco. Let's have a look at the market close, which will be closing in the next sort of 5 minutes or so. So currently the All Ordinaries is down 0.25%. I'll have a look at the market leaders. I'll have a look at my approved watch list to start with to see what I've got leading the way. So in the loser department, we've got Centre Group, which does all the Westfield shopping centres. That's down 2.83%. Commonwealth Bank down 1.93%. JB Hi-Fi down 1.61%. 1.47% down for Accent Group, and Wesfarmers is down 0.75%. On the increases, we've got ANZ had a bumper day of 4.8%. NAB up 1.39% and Westpac up 1.27%. Okay, so the banks seem to be generally climbing, except for Commonwealth. They're probably still dirty on their $10.9 billion profit yesterday. Obviously, it wasn't good enough. So yeah, we've got Commonwealth down the bottom of the banks, and ANZ did really well at 4.8%. I'll just click into their announcements and see if they have released their figures. So they had their third quarter earnings update today. Clearly the market much preferred theirs to the other banks. As we saw earlier in the week, Westpac got hammered by about 5% on their financials, and then Commonwealth yesterday also lost as well, around 3% or so, and then a further 2% today. I'll just have a look at the ASX 200 and see who the leaders and losers were there. So in the negatives, we have got rightio, we've got Austal Group. They are down 7.67%. They do the aerospace and defence. They've been popping up a bit lately, as to have Alcoa. That's down 7.45%. They've had some ups and downs. So they've recently made the top 5. Let's just have a look at the month. So they've had a really good gain. Now they're just losing a bit. So just to give you some context there, from the end of July to yesterday, they're up 28%, and then today they've dropped obviously this 7.5%. I'll just see if they've had any announcements or if that's just profit taking. Yeah, there's no announcements there today. So 28% after 2 or 3 weeks, and people are taking some of their money. I assume that's what's happening there. We've got Homeco Daily Needs REIT. So that's commercial real estate, down 5.69%. We've got 4D Medical, Advanced Medical Equipment. They're down 5%. They've appeared on this list quite a few times. So, and similar to our Austal Group, sorry. They also have had recent gains in the last month or so. So as you can see here, in a number of days, they climbed 46% in that sort of week, and now they are losing a bit of that percentage. So rightio. Then the last one we've got is IAG Group, which is the insurance company. They're down 4.62%. Now let's have a look at the market leaders for the day. So some of these were here this morning and have maintained. So Cleanaway, yes, they're still up 15%. I think they were up about 13 on open. So they've obviously they do the waste management. I haven't looked at that as a business before, so I must, in my spare time, just have a look through. Oh, they've had that big spike. Okay, so they must have had some news. Yep, they've released their financial outlook this morning, so the market must have liked that. Okay, ASX, which is obviously the Australian Stock Exchange. They're a business like any other, so they charge to use their registry system, and so every time a trade goes through, I'm sure in the background they're getting a piece of revenue. And obviously there's the compliance aspect. They're monitoring all the activity and share price movements, and perhaps they have a fraud detection department as well, looking for unusual trades. You often hear, not often, but you hear about the ASX halting trade if there's an unexpected increase in a share price, and then they request further information from the company as to why that has happened. I think that's to address the insider trader issue, if there's one going on at all, because obviously if you had inside information, you could put a trade on before the information was released, hits the market likes it, spikes up 15% like Cleanaway, and then you sell your trade, and then obviously you've got an advantage over everyone else. So that is illegal here in Australia and probably everywhere in the world, I would imagine. So 8.7% up. Origin Energy, they're a gas and electric, but they're more, I think they're more electric than gas, because we are reducing our gas usage, at least here in Victoria. I'm not sure what it's like around the rest of the country, but yeah, if you build a new house in Victoria now, that you can't put gas inside, so unless it's for your barbecue on a gas bottle. Then we've got ANZ up 4.8%, pretty impressive, and Treasury Wine Estate is up 4.9%. They've also had a pretty rough ride over the years. Let's just have a look at the last sort of 5 years and see their share price. So it is definitely on a decline. They've been as high as sort of $14 and as low as $3, and now they're at sort of $5. So they have climbed back a respectable amount in the last two or so months. I've noticed that one climbing. I'll just get a percentage on it. I just want these, I've got to get in between all the arrows so I can activate my, all right, so it's up 62% in 2 months. That's, sorry, I might have my months wrong. March, April, May, June, July. Okay, 4 months. Sorry, I can't do my maths. So still a significant amount. So well done to them, and they're climbing back, so that's good. We'll just update my share portfolio with the current prices, just to give an indicator of how I'm going. Not very good at the moment. So AX1, that had a drop, as with all the retailers. I'm sort of dreading their market release, because if they get punished like Premier Investments and Levisa and some of the others that we've seen, that won't be a nice day, and it's already down 64%, so I don't really want to see that go any further. Okay, Commonwealth Bank is 69.22. Okay, so that's picked up a fair bit really since this morning, so that's still down 4.54%. We've got Coles is $23.72. And that also picked up since this morning. That's only down 1.1% now, so that's more respectable. So yeah, I still think that that's potentially a sale within 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know, but just going off past experience. And Westpac Bank 35.83, so that picked up 50 cents since this morning. Still down a fairly big amount, 5.66% in 6 days now. So look, I'm not too concerned. I've got two of the largest banks in Australia. They both make profits over the long term. Generally, share prices will go up within a profitable company. And Coles, well, a third of the population is shopping there. I think the average is now 2.7 times per week is what Australians are shopping. So yeah, we tend to shop smaller amounts more often. So that's that. We'll just see if anything's changed on the market close. Otherwise, we'll leave it there. So yeah, still down 0.24%. Well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.